welcome back to another fantasy video with me, JD. You're joining me for the round 1 review, where I've posted a 2143, leaving me to 1247 ranked overall. We're of course trying to go back to back on the hat front, and it could have been a great round. It could have been a killer round, but unfortunately we're now already 3 injuries in. So very rough start despite the reasonable score. We'll go through those in a second. But I mean, let's just talk through where the team landed and kind of the pivots that were made. And the big one was Cherry. So pivoted into Cherry, take him as a value option. And I mean, based on the first quarter we saw, it looked like it could have been a season-winning pick. He was up against weak opposition, sure, but 556k absolutely killed it. So yeah, but then his ankle got killed. So with that injury news, I'd obviously put the emergency on him, and so I pivoted quickly to get Wits into the side. So I ditched Bontempelli for Wits and then brought Bytel in, which now means I've kind of ended up compounding the Cherry problem because now Bytel's got an injured knee and he's out. But I mean, like, in terms of 1 week of points, it was very good because Wits outdid Bont by 38 points, and then Bytel outdid Cherry by another 57 points. So, you know, it's nearly 100 points. Great cash gen, and it would have set me up quite well for this week, but with Bytel out now, it's definitely a bit of a world of hurt. And then to compound all of that, Josh Kelly, who was on track for a 120 probably minimum and looked like he was going to be a top 8 mid, got concussed, and now I have to deal with that as well. So yeah, very frustrating because these are all very lowly owned picks. I mean, I'm sure the coach's ownership's dropped already because people trade him out, but like I think Kelly was like sub 10%. Bytel was only about 3%, and then Cherry was about like 2 or 3%. So these were 3 uniques that all looked like they were going to be really big cash generators and actually like season-winning picks, and they're all out injured. So yeah, very disappointing start. And then the ones that didn't get injured are players like Jaden Hunt, who sputtered it up. So well done. Well done. But I guess just quickly, like the structure itself, I'm pretty happy with. So I ended up going 3 premiums down back, which I think's right. I mean, you could have even gone a 4th to not play someone like Hunt. I didn't really want to play Wilmot or Cowan either. They might be all right this week, but yeah, I mean, Wilmot in particular, if there's no Kitty Coleman, he might be a go this week as a field option over Hunt. But yeah, pretty happy with that structure. Pretty happy with the rookies down there. I don't think there's really much that I've missed. The midfield. Look, as soon as I brought in Wits, I really should have thought about him as vice captain or captain option, given his matchup this week as well, and that was a bit of an oversight. But I took McRae's 107, which is a lot better than people who went lead. Oh yeah, the only thing I guess I missed in defense is like Doherty. So before the Bytel problem, I was looking at probably going Josh Kelly to like Phillips or another rookie, and then Hunt to Doherty, and that would have been really solid, I think. But yeah, that's probably not on the cards anymore. Yeah, in the midfield, so McRae didn't look the best, but like I'm like okay with him. Green was the lock all preseason in both formats, and he delivered. Should keep delivering. I think those that don't have him are getting on this week. Warple I liked over Sheed quite easily, and I think proved why week 1. I don't think Sheed particularly looked good. The only one I really missed here was Setterfield, and he only had 3 contested possessions and just racked up cheap uncontested marks, which I don't think they're going to do again this week. So we'll see. I don't know. I feel like he's a bit of fool's gold. But those that started him are laughing because they got a 120 and they're already getting cash gen out of him. So that's fine for them. Yeah, Bytel was good. And if he'd continued to hold a roll, I mean, 80s for 300k is beautiful. But yeah, that's an injury instead. Ashcroft, McKenzie, both fine. Holland's like whatever, it's a rookie, and Davey was good. Chess, I think, is at risk of being dropped earlier. I know he's just meant to be a slow burn, but that's pretty frustrating. Marshall had an off week, whatever. I mean, I guess like if you had Wits here, English there instead, you'd be pretty happy. But Wits very nice. Forward line, Dunkley had an off game, whatever. Taranto did exactly what you'd expect. I mean, I think everyone's got him anyway, right? He's got to be nearly one of the most picked, 55%. What's Dunkley? 57, yeah, same thing. And Rosie's very highly owned, so these all don't matter. Goulden, most people jumped on him. It's all the same. And then Powell, I thought might be an alright option, especially if Phillips dropped from the side, just to get those CBAs. And it was like I was weighing up Powell, Brun, and Flanders, and Powell was the best of them. I guess like the one that I probably should have gone is Zeeble instead, which I don't know. I guess I probably wouldn't have had the money for it, but yeah, I mean 73 is not that bad. You can kind of wait. Looked much better in the CBA role. And then, yeah, Cheese was good. In terms of then the rest of the rookies, I had Chandler, Had Pedler. So a lot of the most important cash generating rookies I had. I guess the players that I didn't have would have been nice would be like Setterfield, we mentioned, Callahan, who scored pretty well and went up 27k. Uh, Menzies from my Essendon side as well, who went up pretty good. But beyond that, I don't know if there's a ton that I really missed. I feel like I had like a pretty good team, just got very unlucky with the injuries. So the big question is, what do I do this week? And by the way, for those that actually want to get the full play reviews, it's in my Supercoach video. Like, yes, it's mainly skewed to that format, but you will get enough out of it that'll be useful for fantasy in most contexts. So what do I do this week? Because effectively, like, I kind of need to free up this money at some point because it's 356k that's sitting there dead. So, like, let's just assume it's Madden. So that frees up, it gets me 369k. Like, if I say I wanted to get rid of Hunt, I don't think that really lets me do anything interesting. I mean, like, Rioli, I'm probably not going to go. It's more of a super coach option. Day, I didn't like it. This ratio was bad. I don't think he keeps this up. Richards, probably not. Ridley, probably not. Yeah, like, so there's no one. So, like, I think Hunt stays a week, which, I mean, he's not losing money. It's not the end of the world, but not great. Now I could obviously get rid of, well, actually, we'll go to Josh Kelly in a second. So if I got rid of Bytel, like, I could get in someone like Setterfield, but as I said, I think he's probably a bit of a trap. So I'm not really sure I want to bring him in. Same with a few of these other players in here. So, like, there's just no one here that's really that excites me that much. Burns scored well. Like, then you start getting back to Callahan as an option, which, I mean, I could do. Leaves 276k in the bank, which I could then use next week, and means I'm holding Josh Kelly and fielding like Chandler or Davey or something like that. I mean, 2 trades just to move Bytel to Callahan doesn't feel great. So I think that's a bit of an issue. The other option I could go is something like Bytel out and Kelly out and just leave Green at this R3 position and cash it in at another point in time. So what would that let me do? I guess I could get in Cornelio, someone like that. 369k. So then means I'm starting to get a lot of forwards here. Hold on, what have I stuffed this up? Oh yeah, he can go in the midfield and then move, say, Power there. I could get someone like Menzies. If I could spell it right. So that could potentially be another option. Why is it an invalid trade? It shouldn't be. There we go, it sorted itself out. I swear the trading system on this is so scuffed sometimes. All right, Bytel out. Kelly out. Let's swap some people in so it'll let me just put them straight into the forward line. All right. So Menzies and Cornelio. So like something like this could work. I mean, so like I guess why Cornelio with he was already a value option anyway, and with Kelly out, he's going to continue to get massive time on the ball, so he should be good. They got the West Coast this week, so bit of a sugar hit there. Like maybe I play Chandler over Menzie, something like that. But at least this gets my lets my cash gen keep going, and I can kind of get rid of like Fergus Green kind of early if I want to put Errol back in there. Means I'm playing Ollie Holland still, which I like don't love doing. It's definitely not getting my emergency. And then yeah, maybe I field Wilmot over Hunt this week. Although like they've got a tough matchup, but yeah, like this could be it. This midfield though is now pretty scuffed. I'm running a lot of mid forwards in there, which isn't ideal. And I've still got the problem I've got to get rid of Cherry as well. So I can do this, but yeah, I've just got more corrections that I've already got to bank on doing next week. So I still need to get Hunt out. I still need to get Cherry out. And I probably need to find ways to get Goulden and Powell back to the forward line. I probably also want to get Powell out sooner rather than later. But I guess Powell could be a trade out for someone, even like Josh Kelly when he's back and okay. But yeah, I mean, that's the fantasy team for the week. Not a ton to discuss. I haven't already covered in the Supercoach video. It's more just for me, confusion around the trades, moaning about the fact that I probably started a team that could have got very close to being a top 10 team. But then all three like pods that were going super well getting injured all in the 1 week, which is a bit unlucky. But yes, if you're playing fantasy, let me know how you went, what trades you're weighing up. And if you've got suggestions for my team, please let me know. I need all the help I can get to actually figure out what's the best moves this week. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Peace.